Yeah, this is a weird one. This is a really, really weird one, people. But here goes. So, Free Comic Book Day is coming up, and Marvel, DC are putting out some issues for the Free Comic Book Day. But there is something happening at Marvel. I should say, Marvel intends to do something that is getting people a little creeped out, and it involves Mary Jane Watson. Now, let me backtrack a little bit. Then, when Mary Jane was first introduced, she was this gorgeous redhead who, you know, Spider Man was instantly in love with. They've had their ups, they've had their downs overall, but I have always liked their relationship. And when they got married, I thought to myself, okay, this is really good. This is something people will be interested in. But Marvel had to get rid of that because they can't have any of their heroes be happy. That would be a problem. So I don't read Marvel comics anymore. So I think Peter Parker and Mary Jane are kind of on the outs right now. I don't think I don't think that they're not speaking. I just think that they're not together right now or something. So it could be, could not be. I really can't say. But here's the bottom line of it, right? Now the X-Men, or should I say the mutants, are having their Hellfire Gala coming up, and Mary Jane is has an invitation to attend. Reason being because she and her aunt are kind of like, going around talking about how, well, okay, the mutants have started their own little nation called Krakoa. As you know, I've covered that before, and they have these different things that they export. One of them is this drug that they have that apparently has really good regenerative and healing abilities. And Mary Jane and her aunt are out promoting it because apparently Aunt Anna had some problems and she took the drug and it cured her. So they are out promoting it. Now, Moira McTaggart is no longer human. I'll put it that way. She's like some kind of freaking Terminator thing where her body is gone and she just keeps downloading her consciousness into these kind of robot bodies sort of stuff now. And she's developed a very nasty behavior about her where she's now skinning people alive and wearing their skin. She did it to Banshee. I covered that before, but she did it to Banshee, which was very disturbing to some people. And now, in the upcoming issue for tie-in for Judgment Day, apparently Moira is targeting Mary Jane and intends to skin her alive and wear her skin to get into the Hellfire Gala because Moira is out to destroy all mutants for some sick reason that I really don't know about. But the thing about it is that this plan to flay Mary Jane like a fish and wear her skin is just freaking disturbing. Absolutely flipping disturbing and kind of, not even kind of, just nasty. I mean, you kind of start to figure out that, I feel like they want to shock people back into reading their stuff because I think a lot of people are not happy with the X-Men and the whole Krakoa thing, which kind of leads into a next point here where they have this thing showing Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I don't know if he's going to nuke Krakoa or something because it's kind of asking Peter, what did you do? So it's some things obviously going to happen, and apparently what they're saying is that Peter is going to be out. He's going to be at odds with the X-Men and the Avengers or something like that. It's a whole thing, but this thing with wanting to flay Mary Jane and wear her skin, that is a pretty disturbing route to go down. For some reason, Marvel does not want Peter Parker and Mary Jane to have a happy life, and I can't understand why, because I've always liked their relationship, and I think if they got married, again, they could make it work. You understand me? I think if Marvel actually wants to do something with the character, they could make that work. Instead of always going out and looking to gender swap your heroes and put them and we have male heroes or them and instead to gender swap them and putting female heroes into the role, which never works. I think it would be cool to know Spider-Man is married to Mary Jane, and you know she's helping him do whatever, or she's supportive of it. You know, you could show that she's a strong, confident woman doing this thing, and that would be good. But if Mary Jane survives getting her skin peeled off like a grape, you're probably going to see Marvel looking to do some run for a little while about, you know, she's still beautiful even regardless of it, and trying to push something to make it seem like that, and people are, I mean, the shock value of it may make people want to see if it actually happens, and they may want to buy, but after that nobody's going to be interested, and then what's going to be left? She's going to have to go to Reed Richards, who's really going to grow her some new skin or something if that does happen. But I just think the whole thing is just very disturbing and really kind of weird. I mean, they also have this whole thing set up with the Avengers versus the Eternals and all of that, but this is a very disturbed way to go about it. Now, CBR was run an article saying that, you know, Spider-Man and Black Cat deserve to be together, which is something I have never found to be, you know, good at all, because Black Cat likes Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. She really doesn't like Peter Parker at all. She likes Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. And yes, Spider-Man and Black Cat have hooked up before, but I always kind of saw that as more of a passing fling than anything substantial to grow into anything. I've always thought that Mary Jane and Peter Parker seem the best duo to be together, and Marvel just doesn't want them to have that at all. And now you're talking about having Mary Jane skinned alive, which is just this disturbing shit on the face of it. So that's what's coming up. You know, with the Free Comic Book Day, that's probably going to be something going on. We're going to have to find out if Mary Jane really does get skinned alive. It looked like it's set up to that because Moira has, well, I should say Terminator Moira seems to have no problem doing it. She did it to Banshee and killed him, and that's someone she loved, so, you know, she's clearly out of her freaking mind. But this is what we're getting. A couple that you could build together to actually create something and have a dynamic that could work. Instead, now you want to have Mary Jane skinned alive and worn like some kind of skin suit by a deranged Terminator crazy woman. That's really messed up. That's really messed up. That is really, really messed up. It's really freaking messed up, and that is just wrong. Anyway, that's it for me. Let me know in the comments what you think about this skin tingling development. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.